What the? Good move, kid. Let's see if you got the ball. Come on!
Welcome in to the Bro Force Squad podcast. This is a bro-back review of the 2003 movie Too Fast, Too Furious. I know what you're thinking. Fuck, we lost Ja Rule from the cast, but don't worry. We dangled the carrot out there, got some serious acting talent to fill in the vein of Ludacris. I am your host, Jeff Hornacek. Let's meet the bros in their cars. First, we go to our own Roman Pierce in the paint, our enforcer, Matt Geiger. Matt, what's up?
Dude, Luda was actually really hot at this time, though, actually.
White hot.
He actually had a lot of hits. Ja Rule was kind of cooling down by the time Fast and the Furious came out.
One thing the first two Fast and Furious did, they knew how to save money on the soundtrack, so they would just cast the artist who wrote all the songs also in the movie.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And now we go live into our own lab with our own Tej Parker, Brian, the mad scientist banner. Brian, what are you seeing under the hood today?
My car's not working good. I just showed up. Sorry.
It sounded like your car just ripped ass, so that's probably not a good thing.
maybe it was my ass. I'm not sure.
All right, guys. If you've ever listened to any of our Broback segments where we revisit a film from the past or any of our movie reviews, you know that we grade everything on 5 key criteria: the cast and the acting, story and plot, the best scene, any effects on pop culture, and the movie's rewatchability. Let's jump right into cast, and I use that term loosely. Matt Geiger, what do you got on the cast of Too Fast, Too Furious?
Well, Paul Walker's back, and I think that's about it. Tyrese, who I actually love in these movies, and I was a big Tyrese fan growing up. Four Brothers, I thought he was fantastic in that. Actually, I think those were the only movies he was in, but he was good in them. Eva Mendes is in here. She was pretty good, I guess. Ludacris, nice try.
He hustled.
Hauser, who played Carter, who was my favorite character in one of the greatest comedies ever, Dazed and Confused, I thought did a fantastic job in this. I thought he was probably the standout. They should probably have him back or in more. I don't know if he's been back yet, but he was fantastic in this. All the other cast, Bubblegum Pop, stupid lines, just a kind of this dumb, stupid movie. That was basically about it.
Panner, what do you got?
I love Tyrese in this. I mean, I cannot get enough of him. Eva Mendes was Eva Mendes. I mean, she didn't wear a lot of clothes, and she kind of acted. So, she showed up. So that's a win for her. And, I mean, Paul Walker did what Paul Walker does. I didn't mind Ludacris in it. I thought that his role was small enough to where he didn't really have to do a whole lot. But, I mean, overall, yeah, it was pretty good. This is my favorite Fast and movie, though, so it's hard for me to shit on it.
Yeah, the only thing I'll add to that is just reiterate what Geiger said. Cole Hauser is pretty awesome in this movie. I think he gives a good performance. He's like the dude swimming through a pile of shit to somehow give a good performance. And when I say a pile of shit, I don't mean this is a really bad movie. I just mean there's really no one to act with him in this. Like, let's be real. That's not the strength of this movie. I think the cast was at least well put in the right roles. Like you said, Eva Mendes fits fine, and Tyrese is Roman Pierce. This just set the stage. He's one of my favorite characters in this whole franchise. So let's go to the story and the plot, which I have a feeling we'll be able to dive through pretty quickly. Banner, what are your thoughts on the story and plot of Too Fast, Too Furious?
I mean, the fan in me loves it because it's so easy. It's like, hey, we should take you to jail, but like, if you catch this guy, like, nah, it's cool, we're square. But get like your other like criminal buddy to like help you. All right, I can do that. Like the actual person that like tries to think about stories in my brain doesn't understand it at all.
Yeah, take off Banner's point. The story and plot is pretty simple, pretty to the point. It's kind of like when I was in 6th grade and didn't know about a homework assignment. My friend's like, it's due in like 5 minutes. And I just write down a bunch of shit because I don't want to take a 0, but if I take a 50% or something like that, then I can maybe still pass the course. So basically, before they started shooting on this film, I guess the person that wrote this script basically had one of those things. It was like, dude, this script's due in like 10 minutes. So he just wrote it really quick. The only thing that I would like to say, and I think they got the feel right, is the first movie was in California, I think LA, and this one is just in Miami. So it went from kind of SoCal, being chill with vans, to being a totally douchebag pit bull in this movie where everyone has just got chains on and 5-button shirts, but only 2 of them are buttoned, and driving cars and
popped collars,
women and stuff. Yeah, so you can definitely get the Miami feel in this story.
Yeah, and the Miami feel I think really lend itself well to what they were trying to do with Carter Verone. But yeah, the story plot, I like my summer action movies like this where you know at no point during the movie, if you go with your girlfriend, where she lean over and say, why are they doing this? Because it's so fucking simple. This is a movie you can just kick your feet up, shove the popcorn in your face. Let's go. Super simple, just drive fast as fuck. We get it. All right. Best scene in this movie. There's some fun ones in this one, guys. Hopefully no one had this one, but mine is the tandem race that him and Roman have to do at some point in the movie, where Roman gets run off the course by a dog shit move by the guys they're racing against. But don't worry, because lethal in the driver's seat, Brian O'Connor saves the fucking day. I think John Singleton, you knew he was kind of bootstrapped with the budget, but he's like, we're going to figure out something, man. Because you can kind of tell they're only driving like 20 miles an hour in it. Because they're like, dude, we can't afford to wreck a car or anything. Like, we're not getting a new one. But he was able to film it in a way that it still looks awesome. And at the end, the way that Roman is just like taunting the other team is so Roman Pierce and so Tyrese. That was my favorite scene. Geiger, what do you got for a best scene?
Hold on, Geiger, before you go, Jeff, your comment about the budget, they actually had twice as much money for this movie as they did the first one.
Yeah, but how much of that was just flying them all out to Miami from Hollywood?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
probably half of it.
Do blow.
Yeah.
Blow costs a lot of money, Banner.
Yeah.
And you don't
My
do
bad.
blow in California. You do blow in Miami.
My bad.
Seriously. Read a book.
Just to take
I
off
thought that
Jeff's
shit
point,
was just
though,
sold at Walgreens, though.
on that scene, Jeff, I did love the thing I love most about this movie is that all the other ones have like the Toyotas and the crappy cars I wasn't into. When I was in high school, I had a Firebird. I like the American Muscle, and they had, I think, like a 68 or 69 Camaro in this. They have some fantastic, like, old school muscle cars in this. Now, mine is, come on, who didn't do this in high school just to hopefully get laid? The driving while looking at the chick scene is
that's so perfect.
by Paul Walker and Eva Mendes. Now, I did it in high school wearing my Letterman jacket, but, there's a speed limit of 30, and, I didn't have money to pay for a ticket. So I was going about 25 just looking at the chick. But still, getting that scene from this movie, that was fantastic. I totally forgot about that scene until I rewatched it just a second ago. So that's my favorite scene. What about you, Banner?
Guys, I'm a fan of just ridiculous chase scenes. But when they jump the car into the boat, I fucking love it. It's so ridiculous. It's over the top. You're like, this is just stupid, but give me more.
You compare that scene to some of the ridiculous shit they do in other movies, and it's like Passion of the Christ. It seems so serious. Like, that could definitely happen.
You know how I like to tie in stuff to other things. Fast and the Furious was very grounded until that scene happened. It was kind of like when Michael Jackson just was like, hey, I just want to just take a little bit off my nose. You don't even know what that's going to lead to, dude. After that scene, we're getting a fucking tank in like 2 weeks in April. We're getting a fucking tank. Like, that's what it led to. It's insane. It's insane.
It's great.
It's like the first time a drug addict is like, I just want to take a puff, and then now look where they're at.
Yeah, and then
I just want to try everything once.
Cut to 14 years later, and there's a fucking submarine in Antarctica. All right, effects on pop culture. Banner, what do you have for that?
Honestly, guys, I thought this was going to end the franchise. Even though it's my favorite one because it's so ridiculous and silly, there's not a whole lot going on. I just thought, no, there's no way we're getting any more of this. And yet we got, 6 other ones after this? And your main character, or one of your main characters from the first one, wasn't even fucking in it. And I think that has a testament. If Vin Diesel says no to a movie, you know it's going to be bad.
That's true. That's the good barometer. Like, oh shit, Vince turned it down? All right, well.
I thought this effects on pop culture was pretty huge because as I was rewatching it the whole time, I remember going and seeing this in theaters, and I was like, man, how are they going to do this out? Vin Diesel is probably going to suck. They're going to have someone else. But then when they had Tyrese, I'm like, okay, I'll figure out how this is. I thought the story they did was very well, how Tyrese kind of went to prison, and that's why kind of Paul Walker might have let Vin Diesel off. But the whole time I was watching this, I'm like, dude, how sweet would it be if Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and Tyrese were all in one movie? And then fast forward about 5 or 6 years actually happened. So the effects on pop culture of this one, which I think, I agree with Banner, is one of the best ones, is very huge for me.
I think this is a really fun movie. I like it a lot, and we'll get to rewatchability here in a second. So I do enjoy it, but as far as like impact on pop culture for me, especially in this franchise, it's relatively low. I mean, I think Tokyo Drift is probably the most obscure of all of them, and this is the next one where people are like, what? I mean, it has a ridiculous title, which is always going to help keep people remembering it. Like, Too Fast, Too Furious is just fucking awesome as a title. But, I mean, as far as like, oh man, that movie really propelled the franchise, like, everyone really just said, we want Vin Diesel back, which is something that everyone in their life would regret saying years later.
Yeah.
Last category here, rewatchability. I know we did a review on the first one, Fast and the Furious, a little while back, and we said if it's on TV, it's like a guilty pleasure watch for us. Spike TV just gets bros, and they know that these fucking movies are going to work, and we're at least going to watch it for like 20, 30 minutes. I'll just kind of echo what I said for the first one. If I am flipping channels and this is on, I'm going to at least watch to like commercial. Geiger, what do you got for rewatchability here?
Yeah, I think it's just the product of cable that I don't rewatch this one as much as I watched the first one, just because the first one seems to be on more. And actually, the newer ones with The Rock and stuff seem to be on more than this one. I haven't seen this one on cable for a long time. I'm sure it's on now because the movie's about to come out. I have it on DVD, though. I'll pop it in once or twice a year. I love it, man, especially the Miami feel with the beach around it and stuff. Rewatchability, probably 2 or 3 times a year for me.
Nice. Banner?
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything you guys say. This is my favorite one. So if it's on, it doesn't matter where in the movie it is, I'm going to watch it till the end. If I happen to catch it at the beginning, great. But let's be honest, I've probably seen the third act of this movie more than I've seen the rest of the movie, just because I'm flipping channels and, oh, hey, there it is. I'm going to watch it till the end. As far as watching it all the way through, yeah, once or twice a year, just because you want to go through that Fast and the Furious marathon and watch them all.
I think it's a high compliment you can pay to a movie if you say when it's on TV, you watch it, because that's more I can say for a lot of shit films. All right, guys, we have been the Bro Force Squad. For our Roman Pierce, Matt Geiger, and our Tej Parker, Brian Banner, the Mad Scientist, I am Jeff Hornacek. Be sure to check us out everywhere else. Like us on Facebook, Bro Force Squad Podcast. Bro Force Squad is 3 words. Follow us on Twitter, @Bro Force Squad. Subscribe to us on YouTube and iTunes, Bro Force Squad, 3 words. And if you have the internet, which I really hope you do, check out our website, broforcesquad.com. We'll catch you next time on the streets of LA or maybe Miami.
Our pockets ain't empty, and we ain't hungry no more, cuz.